Hi, Miss Anita here again, and going to read you a book about, the title is The Wolf Who Had a Wonderful Dream by Anne Rockwell. The Wolf Who Had a Wonderful Dream. And it's for Lizzie. Must have been a daughter or a granddaughter. The wolf had a wonderful dream. He woke up and yawned and licked his chops. He had dreamed of something good to eat, but what? He could not remember. Out of his lair he loped into the sunshine. What was that good dinner I dreamed of? He asked himself. Just then he came across a cheese lying on the road. He sniffed the cheese and said, "Surely not that," and he loped down the road. A shiny apple fell on his head. That apple was not in my wonderful dream. It's probably sour, he said scornfully and went down the road. He came to a loaf of bread. He sniffed the bread and licked the crust. He sniffed once more, turned up his nose, and loafed away. Before long, he came to a horse eating grass in a meadow. The wolf looked at the horse. She was very big and strong. But the wolf thought to himself, "Could I have dreamed I ate a horse?" The wolf felt somewhat afraid, but all the same he bravely growled and said, "Horse, I'm going to eat you up." She looked even bigger up close. The wolf felt somewhat afraid, but all the same he bravely growled and said, "Horse, I'm going to eat you up." The horse looked down at the wolf and snorted. "Well, if it must be, it must be. But I've got a thorn in my hoof. Could you possibly take it out, please?" And because the wolf was not only hungry, but polite, he agreed. And as soon as the wolf looked at the horse's hoof, the horse kicked the wolf all the way out of the meadow. The wolf began to cry, and as he howled sadly, his empty stomach growled. But soon he dried his tears and went off. He searched all day, here and there, for his wonderful dream. Just when he was sure he would never find it, he saw a big fat mother pig and 4 little piglets. They were lying sleepily in a mud puddle. Piglets, nice fat tender piglets. That was what I dreamed of. How tasty I dreamed they were. Oh, wonderful day. And the wolf drooled and licked his chops. He giggled with joy. He loped up to the mud puddle. "Mother pig," he growled, "I'm going to eat up all your little piglets. My, they are nice and fat." The mother pig began to cry, but all the time she was crying, she was thinking hard. At last she sniffled and said, "Well, if it must be, it must be. But just look at them. How dirty they are. Surely you could not eat such dirty piglets." The wolf looked at the piglets, all still snoozing in the mud puddle. Truly, they were very, very dirty. Of course, said the mother pig, still sobbing softly. You could give them a bath. Of course, shouted the wolf happily. And he fetched brown soap and a scrub brush and 4 soft towels. All the while he thought to himself, those little pigs will taste even better when they are nice and clean. My wonderful dream is coming true. And he hummed a little song on his way to the mud puddle. The wolf and mother pig and muddy little piglets went down to the river. And the wolf washed and scrubbed those little piglets until they were pink and shiny and slippery with soap suds. And when they were as pink and shiny and slippery as they could be, the mother pig called, Swim, my piglets, swim home to the barn. The little piglets swam away. They were so slippery the wolf couldn't hold them. Besides, he had never learned to swim. So he loped on home to his lair, that wolf did. And he had nothing to eat all day. But that night he had another wonderful dream. And what is this wolf about? Or what, what is this book about, friends? What is this book about? That's right. It's about a hungry wolf that had a dream, isn't it? And what was his dream about when he went to bed hungry? That's right. He dreamed about eating cheese and an apple and bread. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.